Monire mosa, tampokelelani. So in this video, I'll be teaching you the language of roles for men. So if you're a man, what are you expected to be doing? What is expected of you? And how the society or how how we live. Okay? If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If you find something interesting or something you like, or you learn a word in Chitumbuka in this video, please give the video a thumbs up. I would appreciate. Thank you so much. Without wasting much of your time, let's get right into it. Okay, so roles for men. Milimo ya wanaume. Milimo roles wanaume men. Ya of or for. Milimo ya wanaume. So what are the roles for men in Tumbuka society? One of them is holding power, power to protect, power to provide safety, power to show courage when it demands, when the society demands. So all of this, I've just grouped them as in Mazaza. But if you want to know respect specific words, I think there's a video about that, talking about respect in Chindi, courage Mazaza, power Nkongono, protect kuteteja, safety kuteteja komweko. So just the same. So that's one of the main duties. Where a household that has a man is associated with power, with respect, with courage, and stuff like that, than when it is a woman, a household, female-headed a household. Let me just take off the video for now so I can concentrate. It's late in the night and I've had a long day, but I need to make the videos because I'm a bit tied up for the few days. So handling conflicts is also one of the expectations, one of the roles. Kweruja Mirando. So these conflicts can be especially sometimes between this family and that family, or the women, or stuff like that. Or even if it's the chief or the order within your compound, you will be handling conflicts. Fetching relish kupenja dende. Kupenja is fetching. Dende is relish, any form of relish. So I grew up along the lake. Most of the times you expect the man to bring fish when they are coming home, but it's not all who will bring something when they come home. Some they expect the women to have prepared food for them. It just depends. Working, men are also expected to do some piecework, because there isn't much jobs like where someone you are paid like monthly. There isn't much of that apart from formal professions like a teacher, a nurse, which are very small. A whole entire hospital can have one nurse, for example, and is the top staff there. Like there's no doctor, it's just a nurse. Not just, sorry, I put the word just at the beginning of a nurse, but what I meant is there's only a nurse instead of having the full team, like a medical doctor, a nurse, and this and the other. So yeah, because of shortage of staff. But yeah, men are expected to get some piecework really, either um they are doing something where they are helping or something like that, but also working to in other people's fields. It just depends on your level of education as well. We have Malawi railways. I grew up along the lake, so railways, although it's called rail, but they operate, I think they are involved with the lake steamers. In Malawi, lake steamers in the north where I come from, it's like big, although we have very, very old, extremely old steamers. We call them steamers. What do you call them here? Boats. But it's not a boat, it's you know. So yeah, it's a big thing. So some people work there, but as you know, low jobs kind of stuff. Uh, Getting education. So a lot of men are a fishermen, although I didn't put here fishermen, but maybe, yeah, I don't think, oh, maybe we've put, I can see fishing somewhere. Okay. Getting education, I've put it there. This is non-negotiable for boys. So unless the boy has a problem, mm, like he's failing in class all the time and all of this, there's something wrong or something like that, then the father would say, this one should be responsible for taking cattle or grazing or something like that. But he will still attend school here and there, but because they know there's a problem. But otherwise, if you have a household with 5 boys and 1 girl, if they want one person to not go to school, that first person to not go to school will be the girl, because yeah, it is what it is. But in general, where I come from, as Tumbuka people, education is the thing. Everyone wants their child to get educated. Like myself, when I was growing up, my grandmother, she didn't know how to count money. So she knew to count money, but very basic. She wouldn't count if it's a lot of money. So her aim was to send us to school so we could help her to count the money, because she used to do small, selling small things that she was selling so that she could pay our school fees, she could buy us clothes, she could give us um at least one meat a week, at least. Like, yeah, every Saturday she would buy meat, and the rest of the days it was a combination of fish and you know vegetables and other things, but largely fish. But every Saturday she will always buy us meat. So, but she needed money to be doing things like that. So, yeah, so she sent us to school. She was like, I want you to help me to count the money. I wanted you to go and line, go. So it was, yeah, her way of encouraging us. And she introduced businesses to us at a very young age. Although I'm not business minded myself, yeah, maybe because I was doing then to kind of like get basic things. And yeah. But anyway, this video is not about me. It's about boys, right? Men's roles and stuff like that. So getting education, but I think it's the same thing we're comparing with girls, isn't it? Getting education, kusambira. Kusambira sukuru. Sukuru is school. Kusambira is learning. So kasambirani. If someone says, Arusambira, you mean, is he educated? They're talking about you if you've been to school or not. Sometimes there can be confusion between a white man and education. It's assumed that I think because we are told the education system that we use now we brought in by um, foreigners, and therefore it's associated with that. But we all know that in every community we have people who have been to school, but we also have people who have not been to school. So yeah, there we go. Kujima Mwanda. Okay, because in the roles of women, we tackled about at the funeral. I said the job of women, one of the jobs of women is to cry at the funeral. For men, not all men, there's specific type of men who are involved in digging graves. Mm? because they are more physical and you know, they can do that, but also, so digging the grave is kujimamwanda, but also what happens at the funeral, men do eating, because I said women cook and men eat. But although women cook, men also are, in most cases, they are the ones who take over the job of dishing food at the funeral. God knows why, but there is that tendency. So whether it's to do with, I'm not sure, but what I know is usually men are saved first. So I don't know if there's a relationship there, but always men are saved first, whether in your homes or at funeral. Men are saved first, women will, if there's some leftovers, they will deal with that. Um, Kulima is working in the fields. This is also one of the jobs that men do. Every household, if you don't work in the fields, it means you will have hunger year in, year out. But people, based on their knowledge, they um they know how much food they will need in a year, and therefore you know how much to harvest, to keep, at what point you figure that out. You know how much you have and how much you can sell, how much you can keep, and stuff like that. So if you have a man who is well balanced, usually there will be collaboration with the woman in terms of like working in the fields. But there's also some families where the collaboration is not there, and the woman and the children are the ones who are doing it. But mostly men do work in the fields as well. Sometimes you hire people, like this is what my grandmother used to do. She would just cook a lot of food and then invite people within the village, men, to come and work in the field. So they will work just in one day, all of it, providing with a meal. So they used to do that knowing that she was alone, and she was not alone. I had my grandfather, but my grandfather had three wives. So he literally he did move and went to live with his uh third wife. So yeah, men used to come and they will work in the field. My grandma will just cook a lot of food. Men will eat and then they go. But there would be men that we know, like younger uh, people, like maybe roughly in their 20s, 30s, that type of age. Yeah. Kulima, fishing, kweja somba. Mm. So that's also women, you can go and get a, what do you call it? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm tired. So I don't need to make more videos tonight. I'm tired because I can't even function properly. So fishing kweja somba or clover somba. So the process fishing itself is called kweja or clover somba. Okay. But women, I added this, that women do not change nappies. Some recently, we've seen that some do, but it's not expected of them, and they don't. Vakuvura mwana tevera yayi. That is the yayi that at the end. Okay, so kuvula is removing. Mwana is a child. Tevera is nappy. Yai is no. So they do not change nappies. So kuvura or kusinta. Kusinta is changing. Kuvura is removing. So you can use any of those. They are regarded as kings, so it doesn't matter the age. usually boys are treated in a different way, like mafumu. So kings ni mafumu. And also there is some form of entitlement somehow that, boys can be treated this way and the other. But also where I come from, let me stop share. Where I come from, it's patriarchal system. So yeah, what do I mean by that? I guess what I mean is, so you see, like, should I get into that or it will just elongate the video? Okay, we'll talk about patriarchal, matriarchal stuff in a different video. I'm tired. I want to sleep. I can't function properly. But I guess what I wanted to say is, where I come from, men go and marry a woman and a woman comes to live with a man. And if I have children and I'm married, the children belong to the man, not to me. If we separate, I will leave the children behind, except the one that is breastfeeding. But otherwise, you leave the children behind because the children belong to the man. So more power, more emphasis is on the man's side. But the other part of the country, there's also different cultures practiced. I have a different channel called Chichewa Ndi Lorraine, where I teach Chichewa. If you want to learn more about some other cultures, then that is the channel. This one, I want to kind of like really focus on Chitumbuka more and specific because there is already another channel. So thank you so much for bearing with me. I'm tired. Naruto. Yeah, bye.